doing? How are you getting on this miserable Monday evening? It's not very good, is it? I mean, if you are new and you've never seen my face before, I just want to be able to introduce myself in that aspect because there has been so many people who have joined recently. I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's continuously liking, subscribing, interacting with the channel, and I guess just being a very good supportive community. And that's all I've ever wanted to. That's all I've ever wanted. I just wanted to be able to have that one person where I can just talk to, just have that interaction with someone. And it's, I guess, 2,000, almost 2,000 followers later. Absolutely fantastic. So if you are new around here, you've never seen my face before, I do try to bring out Leeds United content on a daily basis, whether that's transfer news, negative news, positive news, match reactions, short videos. I will always try to do the lot. And I will be bringing out a new series on Tuesdays, but it's still working in progress at the moment. So it will be implemented one Tuesday, and then on a Sunday, that's when I will give in a sense, a full breakdown of the week's information or news within just one simple video. So I just wanted to start off by talking about Karl Darlow, and I don't know, I just wanted to know your opinion, so get your comments in if you want to have a discussion about it. Karl Darlow and Illan Meslier, who would you prefer to have as your number one goalkeeper? And realistically, who do you think is going to be the number one goalkeeper? I personally think it's going to be Meslier. I don't know why. I just have this feeling because I know Karl Darlow was apparently coming in to be the number one goalkeeper for Leeds United. I mean, with his loan spell at Hull City, that's where I was impressed. I felt like he was, in a sense, one of the perfect Championship goalkeepers that Leeds United could have needed. With obviously the links with Meslier going to Chelsea and Man United, all these types of links. I mean, it's always up in the air, isn't it, with like the likes of Patrick Bamford, Meslier, Firp, all these players who are supposed to be linked away from the club. There isn't actually full-on links or transfers happening for these players, and the players that we don't want to sell are the ones who we are going to, who in a sense we're going to sell, because the players that we want to keep, they're more likely going to go, and the players that we don't want to keep, they're going to stay. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Karen says Karl Darlow, Frankie says Karl Darlow, Meslier is garbage, and then Psycho Kiwi says Darlow too, and I completely agree. For £400,000, I don't know how Leeds United managed to get this deal over the line. It is until 2026, so it is a 3-year deal instead of a 5-year deal. So obviously that'll put him on to, I think, is he about 32 now? So it'll be around about 37. Is it 30? I can't do maths. 35. He'll be 35 years old when he comes to the end of his contract with Leeds United. And in my opinion, I personally think it's going to be a replacement for Joe Robles. Don't quote me on that one, but that's how I see it. I mean, fair enough, in the pre-season friendlies, Meslier is in a sense, there's no competition, is there? There's no competition for Illan Meslier to be dropped, because I mean, I can't. Class, and that's it. I would say class, and not. I don't really think he's going to be good enough to step up as the number one goalkeeper. So, in my opinion, I think it's going to stay with Meslier, even though I don't really think he is rated as a player. I don't think that now we've conceded 206 goals in 3.5 years. I think he is in the Premier League. It's what can you expect? The Leeds fans are not going to be happy. The managers are just going to look at him like, okay, well, you're not reliable enough. You've had your chance after chance after chance. So, in my opinion, I would personally play Darlow over Meslier, but I personally think Meslier is going to be the number one goalkeeper. And I know there was reports as well with him wanting to quit the club. Just take that with a pinch of salt, because I don't really think it's true. I personally think it would benefit him more so to go out on loan, because if Leeds United were to bank money on him, then maybe a loan move would suit him very well, because obviously with how Lorient loaned him out to us, and he had a decent season. I mean, he was only worth a couple of £1 million, and obviously he had a decent season at Leeds United. We signed him for around about £5 million. So maybe we could do the same thing, ship him out on loan, and then maybe get some more extra money. I mean, I can't see Leeds United selling him for any more than like £10 to £12 million, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I mean, I was having this conversation earlier on actually with my granddad. We were going on about like the statistics of Elon Meslier, and I said it's like, yeah, fair enough. He's not the only one to be to blame, because we had some terrible defenders. I mean, we still do. I mean, for the championship, I think we're going to be okay. I think there's going to be a little bit of wary moments, but the positive signs are that we kept a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest and we kept a clean sheet against Hearts, and that's a positive sign in my opinion. But I can see where you're coming from, because the likes of Cooper, Stroik, Ayling, Firpo, all these people that have had that responsibility in conceding all these types of goals. So I get it. I do get it. But in my opinion, I still wouldn't really trust Meslier. One on one, he's fantastic with his height, his length wise. He's tall, isn't he? He's tall and long. So I can trust him on that. But when it comes to anything else, everything just seemed to go through him. Like in his first season in the Premier League, he was tremendous. Like people were saying that he was worth like 25 to 30 million pounds. And then season after season, he just, in a sense, degraded. I don't know if it was the pressure. I don't know if it was just the mentality side of things. We don't know. I mean, there's a lot of factors to play in this, but I'm not trying to like be biased and say that he needs to be away from the club, because I personally think he's an okay goalkeeper. I just don't think now I want him as number one, because he just flaps at the ball, doesn't he? He flaps at the ball, comes to the corner, he doesn't demand his area. Whereas like Darlow, he had like it was 75.9% save accuracy, whether that's one on ones, whether that's like free kicks, penalties, corners, and stuff like that. And this is the type of goalkeeper that we need. And he was one rated, right, when being at Hull City, as one of the best goalkeepers within 6 months, one of the best goalkeepers in the Championship that season. Kept 5 clean sheets out of 12 games, which is fantastic. He was very heavily involved when it came to the playing style, because obviously Liam Rosenior, he wanted a in a sense, a system like Daniel Farke, where they play from the back. They wanted a sweeper keeper, and Daniel Farke would want Karl Darlow to implement that into Leeds United. And I don't think Meslier, his distribution isn't great. His ball ability, his passing isn't that good. So whether Leeds United are going to be able to give Meslier the trust, then I don't know. I think the championship will be okay for Meslier, but at the same time, I do personally think Karl Darlow would be the perfect suitor. Yeah, and this is what I think. I mean, I think there isn't much depth, is there, when it comes to our squad. I mean, you know how thin we are in pretty much every single position, and I think if there was a goalkeeper who could actually challenge him for his number one spot, and in a sense who is classed better than him, maybe this can actually keep Meslier on his toes and make him into a better player. Because I mean, it's been proven as when there's a player coming for like competition wise, it's proven. Because if you want to compare it to Patrick Bamford and Rodrigo, Patrick Bamford, in a sense, in my opinion, at the start outclassed Rodrigo. And then all of a sudden, Rodrigo stepped up the game a little bit, started scoring more goals, started putting more effort in, and he then became number one, like the number one striker for Leeds United. So maybe Karl Darlow could push Elan to, in a sense, to be a better goalkeeper and move forward with his career. But I just wanted to move on from Karl Darlow. I just wanted to talk more so into injury news, and as well, after the Hearts game, it was a decent victory, another clean sheet, a 1-0 victory over Hearts away from home. But Patrick Bamford's injury, where does this leave him? Where does this leave Patrick Bamford now? Because for the last couple of seasons, it's whether it's Stuart Dallas, whether it's Adam Forshaw, Patrick Bamford. These are types of players, isn't it, where it's the old guard, but they're becoming more and more broken. And I do feel sorry for Patrick in that sense, because I like him. I know a lot of people don't, and they don't really want him at the club. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm just about to say. But his future at the club now, he's 30 years old. So in my opinion, I think it's done. But at the same time, who are we going to rely on? Are we going to rely on Sam Greenwood up front, even though he hasn't been playing striker since the under 23s? Are we going to rely on Sonny Perkins? Are we going to rely on Matthias Joseph? I wouldn't mind Matthias Joseph because he's proven he is tearing up the under 21, the under 23s, and even for England now. So he's someone who I would really be excited to see. But at the same time, we're going to go on to the topic of strikers in a minute. Where do you see Patrick Bamford now? Do you see him play for Leeds United? Because if he has a hamstring injury, which what they're reporting, how long is he going to be out? Look at Tyler Adams. He's been out, what, 3 months, 4 months? It could be 5 months until he gets back in recovery. So could that mean Patrick Bamford's going to be done for pretty much this season, half of the season? Are Leeds United going to be able to bring in a striker? And you know what? While we're on the topic, I wanted to talk more so about Joel Piroe. And Ben Jacobs is a very good, reliable journalist, so go check him out. Ben Jacobs pretty much come out saying, with Leeds, I think it is very positive. I'll start that again. With Leeds, I think that it's very positive that they probably won't continue with the agreement with Joel Piroe, as it is evident Leeds are wanting to do business cheaply. So I just wanted to have a little discussion about that, because obviously with the price tag of £15 million, I don't really think Leeds United are wanting to go out and spend that amount of money. Maybe they could go out and spend maybe 10, 12 million pounds on a striker, but with the price tag of 15 million pounds plus add-ons, that's obviously going to equivalent to be around about like 30 million pounds. With Atlanta and Wolverhampton Wanderers as well sniffing around the player, it's more and more likely that he's going to want to be progressing, whether that's in the Serie A, playing in the Champions League, or whether that's playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League, trying to go on and push for Europa League or Europa Conference League. And to me, Leeds United are a fantastic prospect right now, or a proposition right now, with the stadium expansion, with how rich we are, with the amount of progress that we can endure for the near future. And it's very exciting, don't get me wrong, but are every player that we're going to be interested in going to see that I'm going to be sold by the project, by the 49ers? And some players are probably not, but some players will. And I mean, with Daniel Farke, I think with Joel, hang on, what's he called? Joel Ponjanpalo. Might have got that one right. Jolly. It's Jolle. Apparently it's Jolly or Joel, whatever. But he's got £3 million release clause. Do we go out and take the risk on a £3 million player who has 33 goals in 65 appearances for his club in Serie B? Or do we go out there and splash £12 million on a proven goal scorer in the Championship? And I think that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, if Leeds United are going to go out there and do everything on the cheap, then Joel will probably be the smarter option, because obviously, yeah, it's cheap. He's a proven goal scorer, but as well, you've got to put into perspective, he hasn't had Championship game time. He hasn't had English game time. He hasn't played any football in the English divisions. So Joel Piroe has more of an advantage on that, you know? So we've got to put into perspective as well. So are Leeds United wanting to do business in that way? Are Leeds United going to risk all the money and spend on Joel? I don't know. But apparently, from what I've seen on Twitter, that Swansea City have come out and said that Leeds United or Swansea are not wanting to sell him. But then as well, the manager has come out and said that if there is a serious offer, whether that's from Leeds, Leicester, Southampton, Atlanta, Wolverhampton Wanderers, if there is a serious offer for Joel Piroe, then they will probably just move on and sell him and get the money from him. But it's going to be more and more unlikely that Leeds United are going to go and sign Joel Piroe, which would be kind of sad. But in a sense, it gives us that we're panicking at the moment, aren't we? Because if we don't have a striker, then it's like, well, okay, well, where do we go from there? But yeah. Anyways, on to next news. Sam Byram. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Sam Byram because I personally think he would be okay. I mean, he's a free agent, 29 years old, former Leeds United academy player, played for the Leeds United first team in the Championship. He's had Premier League experience. He's played in the Championship, so it would make sense. I mean, there is other Leeds United fans are saying that, well, why play a right-footed left back? And so what? If he can do the job, so what? It doesn't mean it doesn't have to have. It doesn't have to be good on his strong side. Hi mate, how you doing? But to me, I think with his pre-season so far, and with every like positive comment coming around about Sam Byram, I think it would be positive to go out there and sign. He's a free agent. His wage demand wouldn't be that high. So are we going to play him over Helder? Are we going to play him over Firpo? I mean, Firpo's injured at the moment, so we don't really have an out-and-out left back. So to me, it would make more sense to buy, or just in a sense offer Sam Byram a contract, than go out and buy a new left back, because we've got Helder as cover, which is he's a decent player because he has a decent time at Rotherham. Whereas Sam Byram, he knows it. He knows Daniel Farker. He knows the system. He knows how it all works. It's for free. So it's a no-brainer in my opinion. Fair enough, he only played 47 games for Norwich since 2000, was it 2019? Or not 2019, 2016. Well, whenever he joined, but he was injured a lot of the time anyway, so he didn't really get to play that many games for Norwich. So, in my opinion, I think it would be a solid signing. But yeah. But anyway, guys, it's just been a quick one. Just news going around about like Joel Piroe. I just want to get like a few little bits out with Karl Darlow. There is going to be rumours, or there is rumours apparently that Nonto is leaving the club or wants to leave the club. Max Voba has now left out on loan. So I'm probably going to be doing more of a video on that tomorrow or Wednesday, something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's been nice just to do a little quick video. I'm hoping and praying to try and get someone on the channel so we can have a longer discussion, a longer type of video, and I guess just have more of an interaction. You know, I mean, I do get a little bit nervous and a little bit like anxious sometimes when it comes to live streams because I feel like I don't know what I'm going on about. But end of the day, I'm just trying to bring out Leeds news for you guys, and if we ever talk, then fair enough. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's just been a little update on what's happening. Joel Piroe is more and more unlikely to happen. There's a possibility he will leave Swansea City, but I don't think Leeds United will go out there and spend 15 to 20 million pounds on the strikers. So it's a bit sad news, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hang on. This is my mate here. Go subscribe. Can't speak. Go subscribe to his channel. I hope Leeds United will go back to the Premier League sooner. I think we all do, mate. I mean, I reckon it's going to be a fantastic season next year. I mean, I'm really positive about how Daniel Fark is setting up and all the players and everything like that. So I'm really excited. I said we would finish fourth. I predicted we'd finish fourth in the Premier League, and I'm standing by that. I think Leicester are going to go up automatically, and I think Middlesbrough are going to be here to surprise us all as well, because Michael Carrick is a phenomenal manager, especially if they manage to keep Jules Rakpon as well. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you are new around here, please make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like I always say, the more likes we get on the video, the more opportunity you'll be able to get to be entered into the giveaway. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure talking to you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.